What is your bagel order?
Sadly, tragically
Right,
even, I'm gluten-free.
But understandably so.
It's a hard life. I still miss a real bagel.
Hey, I'm Sabina and welcome to Check Please. I'm a community planner at Open Plans and right now I'm with Council Member Restler at Rucola in Brooklyn. Council Member Restler, first question for you. What is the iconic New York City food?
Oh, well, that's easy. It's the slice. The New York City slice is the only correct answer.
Do you put anything on pizza or plain,
No,
regular?
I love all kinds of good stuff on pizza. I like meat too much. Like I'm kind of obsessed.
I'm a vegetarian.
Okay. Well,
but I would love to hear your answer.
Do you
but
really
I will give you a hard time. No, I do.
Well, I feel like as an elected official, like one of my top priorities is to try to look at every policy issue through a climate lens.
True.
And my major blind spot is that I love meat too much. And if I could just eat one food all the time, it would be red meat, all the time.
On the record.
Yeah, on the record.
If you could tell me about your favorite pizza place in your district.
Ooh, great question. My favorite pizza place in District 33 is De La Rocco's. It's on Montague Street, and they have a great outdoor dining setup. They are a really nice neighborhood establishment. I love going with my niece and nephew. It's a really cute pizza place, and for those of us who have wheat or gluten allergies, they have awesome gluten-free pizza.
Oh, that's awesome. Can you tell us more about some of the other amazing outdoor dining establishments in your district?
We are really lucky in District 33 because we have some of the best outdoor dining from all across the city. The sidewalk cafes at Bernie's, the amazing bars and restaurants along Very Open Street that have great outdoor dining setups. And then right here at Rucola in Boren Hill, you're on the most picturesque block in the middle of Bond Street on these beautiful brownstone streets with big trees overhead. And to just sit out and enjoy the neighborhood, the streetscape, the people while having a meal, it's perfect.
So tell us a little bit about the original outdoor dining program and what's something that you loved about the original 2020 era of outdoor dining?
So COVID happened and we were all stuck in our homes and ordering in and cooking and doing the best we could to get by. But our bars and restaurants were struggling and many were at risk of just shutting down altogether. We all knew that we could eat and be together outside and be much safer than eating or drinking inside. And the idea came, sponsored by our Brooklyn Borough President and my good friend Antonio Reynoso, a council bill to create a temporary outdoor dining program in the COVID emergency. The de Blasio administration did a phenomenal job setting it up in record time. I mean, all across the city, we had thousands upon thousands of bars and restaurants set up establishments like this in the street. And we turned over a really small number of parking spaces to allow for restaurants and businesses to thrive. And it saved the workforce in our hospitality industry. It kept the lights on for these small businesses that we love. Gave an opportunity for people in our community to come together and enjoy one another. Great to see you. Have a great day. And I've been trying to do everything I can in the City Council to protect it and preserve it so that it can continue to be a real success for years and years to come.
And so what's an element of the original program that you think is missing from this newer iteration?
The seasonal nature of outdoor dining has made it really hard for restaurants to comply. If they don't have a place to be able to store the materials, then how do they put together something for 6-8 months of the year and then take it down? Where do they put their stuff? It's hard. The other thing is that we've made the bureaucracy so painful and so challenging for small businesses to navigate that many have been unable to do so. So we have a teeny fraction of the number of restaurants that are participating in outdoor dining than what we did at the height of the pandemic. And it's a total shame. It shouldn't be this way.
So what would you tell critics who say that why should outdoor dining exist in colder months, like December when there are not a ton of people outside?
Climate change is real, and sadly. And there are lots of beautiful days in November. Thanks so much.
Hello. Thank you.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you guys?
We're great.
Sourdough toast and a latte.
Oh,
Wonderful.
amazing.
Really appreciate it.
Enjoy.
Thanks. There are lots of days that are warm and enjoyable in the middle of November for people to sit outside. Some people have health issues or are immunocompromised and they only really want to sit in outdoor dining spaces. So we found there's a lot of demand for all year round. And even if there's some modest number of days that are too cold and people aren't gonna be outside, for many of the days in every month of the year, people will take advantage of and benefit from being able to enjoy a meal or a cup of coffee or a drink out on the street.
That's a great answer. I also think what you said earlier about the overhead costs of storage and making that more challenging bureaucratically and more paperwork for our city to navigate as well. What is your favorite open street in the district? I know.
You're like asking me to choose between children.
And you have to.
We have amazing open streets in District 33.
You really do.
We are really proud that every neighborhood hosts like dynamic, action-filled, activity-filled open streets that have been just tremendous additions to our community, where we expand public space, we expand public programming, where we bring the community together. Berry Open Street is a star. It is one of the longest open streets in the city. It is great to cycle, it's great to walk, it's great for the bars and the restaurants and the community along Berry to be able to come together. But I think my very favorite open street is Montague.
Ooh.
Montague we only do on Sundays. It's not a 7-day-a-week open street. The way that the street just comes alive on open street days, we have such wonderful programming. Thousands of kids from the community will come out to participate in events and be a part of whatever is happening on the open street. It's a really special place. I've just loved it. And now we're doing a redesign of Montague Street to slow down traffic, to make it a more friendly street to pedestrians 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. And it really builds on the success that we've had from the open street.
They're saying hi too.
I don't think so.
They're supporting open streets.
That dude's in a rush. He's hustling.
Who is it?
It's Brooklyn. We reclaim just a little bit of space from cars and trucks and parking for people to actually enjoy.
And speaking of parking complaints, what are frequent complaints you get to your district office about outdoor dining and perhaps open streets more broadly, and how do you respond to them?
The types of complaints we get around outdoor dining are the same types of complaints we get all the time, just that people are concerned about noise levels or they're concerned about garbage. What we try to do in our office is solve every problem by bringing constituents together with city agencies to address reasonable concerns. If there's a restaurant where it's really loud out front until later in the evening, we say, can we think about modifying those hours, or what can we do to try to mitigate noise, or if there's music playing, how do we get that turned down? And usually most restaurants and bars are really receptive and responsive and want to be good neighbors. They care about being a part of the community, and with a little bit of friendly encouragement to do the right thing, they often do.
Speaking of dining and food, we should try this wonderful cappuccino and toast.
This is pretty good.
I've
been trying
interlude.
it.
How would you review it compared to all the cappuccinos you've ever tried in your life?
Rucola is awesome. It's the best spot in the neighborhood. It's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I love coming for meetings with staff. I love coming with my wife, my in-laws. It's just a good hangout. What do you think?
Anything in my teeth? Oh, it's great.
You're happy?
I love it. I'm more than happy.
You guys aren't eating anything?
They will.
Okay.
They will. For people watching from home, there's 50 people behind the camera. It's a massive production. We're not even in the district. We're in LA. What are some of the ways that small businesses have faced challenges recently, especially facing the pandemic, following the pandemic? And what are ways that outdoor dining can be a response to some of those challenges?
Getting by in New York is hard. We often talk about it or think about it in the context of us as renters, as people who are just suffering through cost of living that keeps going up and up and up. It's also, that same cost of living has been going up for bars and restaurants. As property taxes go up, as rents go up, it's harder and harder for neighborhood mom and pop small businesses like Rucola to get by. And so one of the things that has been great for our local restaurants has been expanding their footprint into open dining. It's brought hundreds of millions of dollars in new revenue into the city and into our small businesses and restaurants, and it's been great for jobs and hiring by reallocating just a little bit of space, far less than 1% of parking spaces, for restaurants to be able to expand their footprint. We're really providing a lifeline to the hospitality industry for them to be able to have a much more stable footing in New York City.
And so, two-part follow-up. Part one is, what are different ways that City Council could pass legislation to make outdoor dining easier for restaurants? And part two is, what is your bagel order?
Oh, totally interconnected, hard questions. So we're working on legislation to make outdoor dining year-round. And I think that there are a number of other things that we can do around frontage requirements and clearance requirements so that we ensure there's ample space on the sidewalk for everybody to get by, especially for people with mobility issues, ADA issues, wheelchair strollers, etc., while making it a little bit easier for restaurants to comply with the rules. The bureaucratic hurdles that the Department of Transportation has created for small businesses have made it really hard to comply. And that's why we see such a tiny fraction of the restaurants that used to have outdoor dining today. Or even look at Rucola. Rucola used to have an outdoor dining set up around the corner and right here. Because of the new rules, they're no longer able to be over there. They're limited to just this space. That's a bummer because Rucola is always packed, and it's nice to be able to.
Space.
They need the space.
Yeah.
And it's nice to be able to sit and grab a cup of coffee or a meal. But when there's no space, you can't do it.
Yeah.
So I, unfortunately, have an allergy to wheat.
Right.
Which is kind of sad and tragic.
But there are certainly gluten-free bagels.
There are gluten-free bagels. They exist. They are not.
They're not as good?
They're not. They're not as good. There is. Is that a We Love New York?
Yes.
Is that really what he said?
That's what I heard. I think that we should have a tally of like how many times constituents have recognized you at this restaurant because the number's quite high.
I don't, you know.
We've been here for like 2 minutes.
There's a lot of nice people in Borum Hill.
Yeah.
So, bagel orders. Sadly, tragically
Right.
even, I'm gluten-free.
Yes. But understandably so.
It's a hard life. But, and like, there is great gluten-free pizza out there.
But bagels.
Gluten-free bagels, it's just not the same. That being said, I'm an egg and cheese guy, toasted. It's my, like,
Yes.
that is my go-to bagel order.
Yes.
And I still miss a real bagel. I'm looking for a great one.
Drop a comment below if you want to shout out your favorite gluten-free restaurant in New York City and maybe encourage them to do outdoor dining.
I'll be there.
Tell us a little more of a heartwarming story of public space in your district.
There are many. Literally every weekend, I am out at an open street on Hoyt, on Montague, on Joralemon, on Washington, on Berry, like enjoying public space. But one in particular that sticks out to me is there was an organizing effort in our community in Greenpoint to turn the first block of Banker Street into a public plaza. It's a totally redundant street. All the traffic can go on the adjacent block without it having any impact on cars or trucks or anybody. And so we gradually shut this little one block down and eventually got approval for it to become a public plaza. At the beginning, we were just closing it on weekends with the Department of Transportation, and the Bindle Stiff Family Circus came for a performance. There were 2 performances one afternoon. There must have been like 1,000 kiddos from the neighborhood who came. It was the most joyful and wonderful show ever. And ever since, I've been totally obsessed with the Bindle Stiff Family Circus because they are freaking amazing. Have you ever seen them?
Of course, I love them.
The best.
The best.
They're so freaking good.
Yes. And that plaza is amazing.
And the plaza's amazing. And it was just like, that was the moment where it was just like,
yes.
This performance in this space is just totally freaking awesome. And I was so thrilled to have been able to help support and make that public plaza happen, help with the resources to bring Bindle Stiff into the neighborhood. So to see the community just love it so much, it was a real special memory.
That's so beautiful. And fun fact, I was there on Saturday.
Wow, really? Banker's
Beautiful,
Anchor?
Of course.
Wow, and you
I
didn't
took
call.
some friends, I know, shame on me, but I took some friends from LA and they're like, what is this? There's so, because it was when there was a flea market, vendors, and folks from LA who are used to such car culture and no public space are like, oh my God, this is New York.
Totally.
So that's beautiful. And with that, check please. Good.